Hey Garage Junkies, welcome to Chaos Garage. Today I've got a 2006 Dodge 3500 back here behind me, and it's got crank, no start, and it's got 5.9 diesel. I just want to take you along with me as I check this out. And first thing you want to do is make sure it has fuel in it. That should be obvious, but need to say it. You can hear the lift pump coming on. So I pulled the fuel filter out and made sure it wasn't dirty, nasty, and plugged. It's not. I drained the bowl, put a pan under it, and ran the pump. It ought to fill that canister up in 5 to 10 seconds, and it does. And then the FCA, that could be a problem. I checked it with my scan tool. It does an override test and it works, but I didn't like how the plug is on it, and I changed it because the plug went out the side and was pulling the harness tight, and I put a new one on that goes straight back and it doesn't pull the harness. I like that a lot better. And also I went through and retorqued the injector tubes just to make sure they're all tight, and also read rail pressure while I was cranking, and it was only 1,600 pounds, so that's not near enough to start. This truck, the intake heater's unhooked. I don't recommend this, but you can give it a little sniff of ether and it'll fire up and run halfway decent. Actually, it just once you shut it off, it wouldn't restart. So I took number one, number two off, capped the rail on number one, number two, and it fired right up. That's how you eliminate whether it's injector or not. And I put number one back on, just to, you got a 50% chance of getting that. Number one's the easiest. I put number one on and it fired right up. So problem's number two. I talked to the owner and he brought me an injector, and I just changed it. I'm going to show all that to you in little bits and maybe talk about it. And that took care of the problem. Okay, what I'm going to do now is take off the rocker arms and take the lines off. I'll show you a couple. Then I'm going to bring you back and we'll get to the injectors. You want to make sure, pull these loose out of here, get the buttons unstuck from the rocker arms, just grab the whole thing, pull it up, keep track of where these go, set them over here out of the way. Doing this to gain access to the injector hold down bolts. Because we have to take those loose and loosen the injector hold downs to reseal the tubes. I'm going to take the tubes out and inspect them too. This is for a crank, no start. I've already checked overflow valve and FCA. Okay, I've got all the injectors out, inspected the injectors, inspected the injecting tubes. I don't see any cracks. I'm going to put them back together and retorque the injectors and injector tubes, go through the procedure. You want to make sure you put the hole of the injector towards the hole. I'm going to do the first one, then I'll bring you back. You want to make sure they're seated down, and then you put the tube in. You want to keep track of all these, and they only go in one way. There's a slot, and you just seat them in there. I'll bring you back here in a second. Okay, we're going to go through a couple of these. First thing you want to do is tighten down the injector. 44 inch-pounds, I think. I want to do that evenly. Guess I wasn't prepared. I should have the bolts already in. So you torque the injector to 44 inch-pounds. Then you torque the tubes to 11 foot-pounds. Then you do the final torque on the injectors of 89 inch-pounds. And the tubes to 37 foot-pounds. So you want to do this even. There's two of them. Let me run it up to 89. The older I get, the harder it is to see these little things. Such is life, I guess. I'm gonna call the owner. I'm gonna see if this takes care of the crank no start problem, but somebody's been in here before and broke off the plastic on top of the injectors on 2 of them. I don't know if he wants to put a lot of money in this or not. I just did the final torque on the tubes, 37. Well, there was 2. I'm going to go through and do the rest, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, going back together. I got the lines on. I've already put 5 of the rocker arms on. I'm gonna put the remaining one on and put the bridges on, and then put the rocker arms. The bridges go with the dots out to the exhaust manifold side of the head. Like so. And you grab the rocker arms all together, set them down on there. Just be careful if you have to lift it up, because the bridge will stick. And pull off the valve, and you got a mess. Just gotta pay attention. Just run them down. This one, the valves are closed, but if you have one where you're running down with the valve open, go nice and slow. Sure, I've already went through and made sure they were in the lifters. It felt good. Torque them 27. You don't have to click it 3 times, just a habit I've got into over there. I'm sure it's the same as it was the first time. And that's that. I don't know the history on this. I'm just gonna set the rocker housing on it after I clean that up a little, and hook up the injector harness. I'll probably show you that too, and I'm gonna run it just to see takes care of our issue. I'll probably go back through and set the valves, and if I do that, I'll show you that too. I'll get back with you. Okay, I just started going through down the line. Started with the first two, took the lines off, put caps on the fuel rail for 1 and 2, and I got lucky. It's one of these 2 cylinders. So now it fires right up and builds rail pressure. So now I'm going to take off one of these. I'm going to do the easy one first. Put number 1 back on. And we'll see which injector is the issue. Now let's see what happens. Looks like number 2's the issue. We'll go ahead and put this line back on, just confirm it. Looks like number 2's it. I'll tell the owner and see if he wants to get an injector. That's what's going to have to fix it. intake. Ought to be. Well, this thing sat here for several days now. Let's see if it'll start back up after putting the injector in it. I want to leave you with something my dad always told me. Life's a cinch by the inch, but hard by the yard. And I'd appreciate if you'd like, share, comment, and thanks for watching.